So yeah, Arthur, great turnaround there from the guys in that second half. You must have been pleased with the scrambling defence in the first half and then the way they turned that around in the second half.
I wasn't that pleased in the first half, to be fair. I felt didn't get on top of the game enough, didn't control the ball enough. Our distances when we had the ball were too far apart, and I think we lacked a bit of intent to go forward as well. So we spoke about that at half time. Knew that we'll get a period in the game where we will get on top of them, and when we do get that period, it's important to capitalise on it. So we did do that. I thought we had a good 20-minute period, and that's probably the difference today, that we actually capitalised on it and made something of that period.
In that first half, it seemed like there's players a bit rushed there in attack. Did you just want guys to be a bit more composed on the ball going forward, or was it a change of...
Yeah, I just wanted us to go forward more, to be honest. I thought there were numerous times where we could have gone forward and didn't have that intent, and when we did, things were a little bit off as well in terms of accuracy and execution. So they're working hard. There's no question about that. I mean, I was pleased that with 2 minutes to go in the half, we were under a bit of pressure. We managed that situation a lot better than we have the last two games as well. So that's a positive for the group that they got through that period and gave us the chance to reflect on the first half and come out and do what we did in the second.
And you must be happy with Jack Duncan tonight. Made a couple of crucial saves, and Jordan Elsey as well did a lot of good scrambling there at the back to keep us in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I thought, the back four played well. I thought Jack made some crucial saves, which is what you expect as well. And like I said, had a hand in keeping a clean sheet for us.
And obviously got a quick backup now against MacArthur. Side must be pretty motivated for that game, given what happened the last time you played them. An easy game to get up for.
Yeah, I think the motivation's there for every game. They've picked up some form again. They're in a similar boat to us with matches to be played. So we're looking forward to that in basically 72 hours from now, playing again, and we'll be ready.
And how has the team pulled up on first look? Obviously, there's a bit of doubt about Angus playing tonight, but he got through the game, seemed to get through it pretty well.
Yeah, he tired a bit towards the end, but that's because of the amount of work that he puts in. He's tireless. He obviously, he had a knock from the previous game as well, which is why he had to come off at half time. But they've all pulled up well from what I can see, which is important, and that's been consistent. The program's fairly robust. The boys, considering, that period where we had 6 weeks off, and now we've gone and played 6 games already within the space of 3 weeks, are responding well, recovering, and I think we're getting stronger as well, which is important because we're not exactly there yet. And in that process, while that's happening, it's important to get your points as well, which... since we've begun again, I think with 6 games, there's 3 wins in that period as well, which is positive. But I think we've got a lot of room to grow still.
And Jordan O'Doherty missing tonight. Is he a chance of playing on the weekend, or is he a bit longer out?
No, he'll be available. We just had to basically look after him for this week's game, for Wednesday night's game. Can't say this week because we play 2 a week, but for Wednesday night's game, and then he should be available for Saturday.
And obviously. Obviously Angus is the hero again for you guys. Obviously spoke about him a few times this year already, but amazing effort to get up, like you said, from injury and to play like that tonight and get the winner again.
Yeah, I mean, I think he embodies the spirit of what Newcastle's about, that real never say die and just tireless worker and always, you can always expect him to work hard and put himself on the line. For the community and for the team, so proud of Angus and know that it's just the beginning for him. I still think there's an enormous amount of growth in him if he decides to take that opportunity.
On the subject of growing, Arthur, this is just the second clean sheet your side has kept this season. Is that going to be an emphasis from you? I mean, it's always an emphasis from you, I imagine, keeping clean sheets, but how important is it to build on that moving forward?
Look, it's very important, of course. I mean, you don't go in a game saying, look, we're okay to concede goals. What's more important, though, is we get back to creating a lot more chances and scoring goals. I mean, you only have to look at Melbourne City to be honest. They've conceded the most goals in the league. and their ladder position reflects tonight, I believe, second on the ladder. So you got to score goals as well, and part of what we're trying to do here is develop the way we want to play, not just for one game. It's not about winning one game. I mean, if you really want to embed a way to go forward, for the long term, we have to stay the course. Now it's important that when you're not in your best form as well, you're not conceding goals as well. So in the end, I'm proud of the group because they had to work really hard to keep that clean sheet tonight.
And also in that second half, Arthur, especially as the game went on, it increasingly looked like your boys, they were getting their tails up. They were seeing the things that they were trying to do come off, and that just embedded with them the confidence to keep doing that sort of stuff. Is that something that you can just instill in them, that they do that regardless? They keep trying these things regardless of whether they're coming off or not?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's not about making mistakes and then altering the course of what you're doing as well. Even in the first half, it's just about getting the right intention, believing in each other, and doing the things that we practice every single day, which is all we do. We work on how we want to play consistently. So when it does come off, it's very pleasing on the eye, and when it doesn't come off, people are on the edge of their seats a bit as well. But we're okay with that. We're okay with that because the group's got to learn to trust each other to go through those periods as well, and overcome those sort of periods in a game.
Arthur, just a word on Daniel Pena. He's clear at the top of the assist tally. His ball tonight was so important, obviously, for the winner. Obviously, we can see what he's doing on the field, but how much of an influence is he having on the group as a whole?
Look, Daniel's come here, with the right attitude. You can get foreigners that come in here and, they don't come with the right attitude. And all I can say is that this is a young guy who's come here, couldn't speak a word of English at the start. Now we're having pretty much full conversations in our own lingo, working tirelessly off the field to settle into the country, settle into the team. And then we know he's got a point of difference on the field, which, when it is on song, it's very hard to stop. But there's a lot of consistency to add to that game. And if you can add that consistency, which will happen through experience as well over time, because he hasn't actually played a lot of first-team matches even when he was in Brazil. So we're working hard with him, and the main thing is that he's working hard and he's trying to fit into what we're doing. And like I said, when it comes off, he creates opportunities like that for us, which are why you really are a playmaker.
Mate, thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
Just one last thing for me, Arthur. Obviously, leading into Saturday night, you've spoken about how the team has unfortunately had a lot of midweek games lately in their catch-up games. Got a big game on Saturday night against a team coming third who's just had a win as well. It must be an important game for the club and for the players to really get up for this one.
I don't think it's any more important than any other game. I just think that we're going to be ready. We'll be ready for that game on Saturday, and I'm sure the players, have that little bit of motivation after what happened. But in the end, you're going to have to come out here again and perform, for a full match to get a result.
Grace,
Hey, Grace.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Just a quick one from me. You got the crucial 3 points tonight and you've slid a few places up the ladder. Looking forward to finals, you will need a couple more wins to make your way up there.
Yep.
How do you go about preparing for that sort of thing?
I think, Grace, in the end, we're not focused on the ladder right now. I know that seems hard for people to understand. I'm focused on the way we're playing. We need to improve a lot, and while we're doing that, it's important we get our victories as well. I want to see us play a way that, if we make the finals, we're not going there just to make up a number. We're going there to win something, and to do that, you're going to have to play a lot better over, in a consistent way to really affect that situation, So for us, the journey is about just focusing on every day, improving the way we play, getting closer as a group, and making sure that, days like today, where there's a good patch, we capitalise on them and we go get our 3 points.